Good evening. Welcome to our weekly English program. Friends, you might have heard of a new word, green economy, and it might have wondered you, what is it? To achieve sustainable development without degrading the environment is named as green economy as the environmental economist conceptualized. The United Nations Environmental Programme propagates for this green economy as an alternative to today's dominant market driven economy model. To raise more awareness on the subject, Sri Jaya Ramulu Lingutla, the chief expert green economy of the UN, was on a tour to Odisha recently. All India Radio Cuttack has an opportunity to interact with him on UN Vision 2045 agenda and green economy. Sri Jugal Kisar Panda is in conversation with Sri Jaya Ramulu Lingutla.
Friends, you must be aware that United Nations in its development program has given importance, given thrust, pinpointed and harping on this green economy, how it can reshape and redesign our life, especially for our next generation. Because we are living in this planet Earth, and this Mother Earth is the only habitable planet in the entire universe. Just think, if we lose this Earth, what will happen to our future generation? In this context, it is a pleasure that we have Mr. Jaya Ramulu Lingutla, who is the chief expert of United Nations Vision 2045 agenda, and he represents Intergovernmental Organization International Center for Scientific and Technical Information ICSTI, a conglomerate of union of 22 member states. And we will be discussing about the green economy, how, why and in which way it can reshape our future. Mr. Jaya Ramulu Lingutla, we would like to welcome you into our studio. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
How do you feel in Odisha first?
Orissa, Bhubaneswar is such a place. I have a experience with this state for the past 10 years. I've been coming here. Really, I like the roads. I like the people. I like everybody. It is my opportunity to serve the community from this All India Radio studio to understand the do's and don'ts of the issues to serve the planet with a happy index.
It is said that Mr. Jaya Ramulu Lingutla is on a mission to Odisha. What is the mission?
The mission is United Nations Action Mission, where we can serve the every community to take up as a low-hanging fruit. The low-hanging fruit for everybody.
Yeah.
That means equal of everything. How do we really move into the equality of education, water, air and everything? In fact, starting from Orissa, we can talk about our nature scientist. Who is the nature scientist? Mr. Tribe is a nature scientist,
Yeah.
believe it or not. This I have tweeted in the year of 2013 or 14, and then no nature scientist has become in this world, that's become a number one. I want to make the nature scientist has become a brother word.
Definitely, and if we take up all these things in a larger perspective, then generally we can have a fairer society where every person will have the equal opportunity, who can have a better future, and they can enjoy the entire developmental activities happening around them. Now comes the point. Everybody is talking about the green, and this word green has percolated down into our life. Green economy, green life, green energy, green environment, everything. How do you visualize this green economy and how it can reshape our future, especially for the next generation?
Every day we call good morning, good evening, good night. Why not we start from green morning, green evening, green night? We should start from the green morning, so that the green buzzword simply giving that is not useful. But you should start for the green morning, then we can do it.
Definitely. Very recently, we celebrated 3 important days. March 21, World Forestry Day. March 22, World Water Day. March 23 was the World Meteorological Day. And all these 3 days were interconnected very well and affecting our green life. So I would like to ask you a very simple question. Role of the community in green economy and how it can direct in the perfect way of the development, how development can reach every strata of the society.
This is environmental, social factor, and economic factor. Inclusiveness of the three factors is called the green economy. That means you are talking about event days. No doubt on this, event observance days are most important in this world. As you said of the 3 days, you have forgotten 8th March, 8th Women Empowerment Day, which has taken place. Those are the people, women behind us, is strictly speaking, because every time I used to tell in the ministry and other locations of the other state member states. State member states means that country. Country is called state member in the United Nations language. Even observance day is important day. It shall not be fixed to only the day.
Exactly.
It has to be continued regularly.
I take a cue from your word. The development process must be in continuity. It should not be confined just to one day or one occasion. Only then it can serve every purpose and reach every person of the society. But here comes the very important point. What about the transition? Because transition is a very important point, and how you view it.
Exactly. The continuation is nothing but a sustainable. The word sustainable is second buzzword. That is why always I say we, the different domain team of dedicated academic experts are working as thought leaders in the science, social, politics and governance with the transition of green economy for the sustainable development, to eradicate the poverty in connection with the social dimensions linked with the natural capital on the commonalities in the interest of the globe. But we are failing to promote, educate, execute. During, before, after executing, we need to bring research outcomes. Such outcomes need to be established in the platform of United Nations along with our state member countries to save better policies but better life of the people, where to bring such a happy index shall be treated towards right direction development as a low hanging fruit. That is why we are here. We are moving under United Nations Actions Mission, which need to go to the every village to understand the do's and don'ts and explain what to do, what not to do for their future activities, like the future we want, the world we want, the society we want, ultimately our career we want, what type of career we want. No matter which stream you are, no matter which religious you are, no matter whether you don't know the language, which language you are, but where you can reach the heights of the life. If you understand the practicality of the do's and don'ts of understandings, you can really reach your heights of the life. You can showcase our village, mandal, whatever may be district and the state before member states. This is my point actually.
Exactly, and for that the development must percolate down to the lowest strata of the society. And if I am not misunderstood, then famous scientist Albert Einstein once quipped, happiness has no language. And if you want to make the society happy, then every person must be a stakeholder in this green economy. Now, what about the scope of this mission, in this vision?
There is a big scope on this. Very simple understanding in this. One has to understand that I am in this Mother Earth. One has to think globally, act locally. You have to unite equally and care our Mother Earth carefully in line with state government, central government of United Nations. Probabilities of the action-oriented programming need to be informed, that's all. Unless you have your own crown of intelligence. Intelligence is nothing but information.
Exactly.
If you feel that you have information, then you can win the world and you can become a young early scientist and world leader. Generally, everybody will have a lab. I feel that society is my lab. If I go to society, I can understand what exactly they want. I can share my knowledge for learning levels. Thereby, we can definitely make them to understand, and they can become a warriors of the societies to learn for themselves and to share the knowledge to the different countries. Why do we bring out from other countries? We can send, because as you said earlier, this Odisha has got many things, many resources, rich biodiversity, yes. But culture university is the only one university in Odisha in India. How the culture activity can be really reframed in the green economy also can be taken up. So that is why our UNA mission has made 24 streams. Everything is there in 24 streams, because 24 hours in a day, In fact, India has got 24 spokes. That's why I have taken a 24.
Asoka Chakra.
Ashoka Chakra, thereby I have taken a 24 streams. This 24 streams talks about every particular part of human being we are going to do it. That 24 streams is really interconnected to the sustainable development also.
And for this purpose, every person must play his or her role in a constructive way. Only if we can realize that I am a stakeholder and I am inheriting this plant, if I can play a positive role, I have a positive mindset, then I can change the future of my next generation. And especially when we are dealing on the information highway, one simple question, sir. All these said and done, your mission, your nation's vision, what will be the outcome and how this outcome will enrich our life and living?
I requesting to the society of the community. Community means every community, everybody in this life. That might be whichever it is there. In fact, I can say the livestock is doing well in the forest. We are human being intellectuals. Why not we can, in line with the livestock, we are not going it. That means one has to own up. This is my planet. This is my house. This is my everything. But for example, when we travel in the bus, we just eat our food items and throw outside. In his house, he cannot throw in his house, no? Like that, he has to own up for his own career of decent job. There are many utilization action-oriented programming of agencies are available. Each agency talks about one particular unit, but whereas we have designed, as an Indian, we have designed 24 streams coming up forward, where our 22 countries of the ICSTI, where India also is one among of the member, and 12 partner countries has accepted to bring Great Bull Declaration. What is the Great Bull? Great Bull is nothing but one particular livestock.
Yes.
Because Great Bull is connected to this particular land. Earth is connected to the human health well-being. So thereby when I was asking to bring a Great Bull Declaration, what is the Great Bull? Because I am not bringing my Jaya Ramulu Declaration, Orissa Declaration or India Declaration. Great Bull Declaration is connected to the entire world. So this declaration means need to understand of every stream. For example, All India Radio, you can take it. This is a promotional activity. What type of the promotional activity need to be taken? It has to be defined. How do we reach to the ground level? The promotional activity has to reach like this. Then educational activity, which we are talking from the institutions, the societies and everybody and all. Then educational activities, I have requested to this government of India also to talk about all public sector units to touch the green economy of this use. We had an agreement with IMMT Odisha also. That in line with we need to go. Like this, I am going to the tribes also. As I said, the tribe is a nature scientist who can really stand as the first. We can really bring to your scope of work into the everywhere.
Only if we take it as an entirety, whole thing in a holistic approach, only then it will be successful. Before winding up our discussion, I must thank you that it was a very well thought, well brainstormed discussion we had on the green economy and its various aspects, how it can enrich our life, change our future for better, and how people, general public, can play their pivotal role in developing and fostering the green economy.
You all are intellectual. We can reach, be informative, take from information. Instead of green morning is most better than good morning. India has to play a vital role, entire UN member states. This is only one area we can bring it up.
And India has always been in the center stage of every developmental activities and positive attitudes around the world. It has all the accolades. Definitely, sir, on this forum, on behalf of All India Radio, I would like to express our gratitude and thanks to you for sparing so much of our valuable time with us, airing and venting your feelings, your thought, sharing your experiences and your vision with our general public. And we hope we can have a better tomorrow. We can have a optimistic viewpoint about the life, living, and our future generation can inherit a greener planet.
Thank you for your giving an opportunity. Thank you for Odisha people.
Thank you very much. No more good morning or good evening. Let's have a greener time. Thank you.
You are listening to a dialogue between Sri Jaya, Ramulu, Lingutla and Jugal Kishore Panda on green economy. You are tuned to All India Radio Cuttack. Please stay tuned for our next announcement in Odia in a short while from now.